Can we talk about it? I just want to talk about it. This is another episode of Healthy Discussion. And today's topic, we're talking about America becoming Venezuela. Let me repeat. America's becoming Venezuela. Smash that like button if you can see. This is why. This is why America is becoming Venezuela. Look at what's happening in Venezuela currently, right? A loaf of bread costs $1 million. Let me repeat. One loaf of bread costs $1 million, right? Inflation has skyrocketed 1,000,000%, right? Why? Because the Venezuelans kept on printing money. Their leaders, who they had in place to run the mass, wasn't running the mass. They didn't have the mass best intentions. They don't care about the middle class. They only care about themselves or getting their pockets fatter. So yes, they got fat while their whole nation got skinny. Let me repeat. They got plumped up. They got a lot of bread in their pocket, lots of loaf, while everyone else, 99.9% of their economy, went down. Smash that like button if you understand. But what's the side effect of that? What is the side effect of people hoarding money to themselves and not spreading it and circulating around the community? The side effect is that as a nation, as Venezuela, inflation skyrockets, poverty increases, riots. That's what's happening. So why would I compare that to the United States? Now, let me hit you with this first, though, before I make that connection. This is not a video to intimidate. This is not a video to create any type of fear. I'm just bringing awareness to you because you could put yourself in a great position. But I believe with American going on all these strikes, that's basically rebelling against the government, right? It's a organized way of rebelling against the government. It's just like a march. It's called a strike. And within that march and that strike, you got Kaiser Permanente, UAW, Hollywood. You have the culinary union. You have so many people striking at the moment. What that creates is, okay, they give you your raise. As soon as they give you your raise, they're gonna cut you. See, that's the part they're not talking about. As soon as they give you your raise, they're gonna cut you. What does that create? It creates people depend on the what? It creates more and more people depending on the government. That's all this is leading up to. Pay attention. More and more people will depend on the government. If more and more people are depending on the government, what's next? UBI. Universal basic income, where the government is giving you money. But that's not going to be enough. And never, I was told, never be dependent on something. Try to be as independent as possible. Build a community around outside of your dependencies, right? Never be dependent on anything, because we all learned our lessons of what happens when you're dependent. Most will not make it. Smash that like button if you agree. Most will not make it. So let's connect the dot, right? Let's connect the dot. Venezuela and the United States, to me, Venezuela is already way off into the future. United States is on its way. The people are already rebelling. Yes, they're getting high wages, but yes, they will be replaced by robots and everything else on all these technologies. Smash that like button if you can see it, or if you agree. So if they're going to be replaced by all these technologies, the cost of food, the cost of living and everything else, right? Well, the cost of living is actually crashing down, and the cost of food is actually crashing up. And natural resources and anything along that nature, like let's just say oil, gas, fossil fuels, those things are skyrocketing, because without that, you can't pilot a society. You cannot pilot an economy. So if you cannot pilot an economy with that, right, that creates disaster. So now people will be, the entire world, especially the United States, it will be like a third world country. And if not, it's going to be UBI. It's going to be like China. It's going to be like China. But look at the inflation, right? They say that the inflation is at a 3.7. That's a lie. We know that inflation is at a 25 to 30%. Just look at the credit cards. And that's also another indicator of what's to come. Credit card delinquencies are skyrocketing. People are rioting. So if all these things are taking place all at once, that is the revolution. That is the change. So we're currently living in the change. Now, like I say, I'm not promoting fear. This is the greatest opportunity in the world to put yourself in a great position. Learn a new skill that will keep you ahead in the future. You might have to change your career. You might have to change your occupation. But if that's what you have to do in order to get through, then that's what you must do. Smash that like button if you agree. Leave them comments down below. Because the people who's not willing to change, those are going to be the people that's going to be left behind. And to me, the middle class are the people that's not willing to change, and they will get left behind, which is the mass amount of people. Leave them comments down below. I just want to know, people, what do you think? What do you think? Is the writing on the wall? Is it? I'm just here to let you know there's writing on the wall. And what are you going to do about it? You know, some things you can't control. But one thing I can say is that you can put yourself in a great position so then you can grow. And this is the time to place yourself in the great position, to get uncomfortable. Go learn a skill or two. Go learn something new. Go learn how to repair a robot. Go learn some IT. You know, go learn how to trade. Go build a community. Go connect some dots. Go networking. All these things and all these skills will be needed. That's the solution. This is another indicator too. McDonald's right now, right? $18 Big Macs. I couldn't believe it when I seen it, though I don't eat McDonald's. Haven't eaten it over 18 years. $18. So when you're going through the drive-thru now, think about it like this. You're going through the drive-thru. You're thinking that you're going to spend, let's just say a family of 3, family of 4. You got the mother, the father, 2 kids. Let's just be real basic. You're spending at least $125 at McDonald's. What? And not only that, right? This is what I've noticed too. Because I go to different restaurants just to check the temperature of people, just to see what's going on. Like when I go places, I look at different things. I don't look at what you may look at. I look at different things. The people right now, they're tight. Most of these women in the workforce, they're upset. They're upset. And it's not a form of culture or community in the workforce. It seems like everyone's against each other in the workforce, right? They're going to tell your boss that, hey, you did this, you did that, just to climb up the what? Ladder. Smash that like button if you understand. Did that happen to you? Leave the comments down below. How about you just go start a YouTube channel. It's very lucrative. Find a niche, invest in yourself, and start a channel. It is lucrative, you know? So these are just some of the solutions that you can do to offset what's going on. Like I say, once again, we do not spread fear. False evidence appearing real. That's not what we do over here. We just want you to be aware of what's to come. Because most of these things you can't control. But how you react to what's happening or respond to what's happening, that will let you know where your future is going. I think 10 to 20 years out. You know? Think 10 to 20 years out. So I place myself in a position, right, with IT, with trading, brokerage accounts, you know, learning new skills, surrounding myself with the right people, cutting off the extra fat. You know, most do not belong in your presence. So if I'm in a room, I'm blessing you with my presence. smash that like button if you understand. If I'm not in the room, you may be stuck in the past. It may not be a gift, which is a present. So on that note, keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes on the prize. Conquer and get to your goal. And do it in a nice manner. Nothing is made. Rome wasn't built overnight. So my vision that I see will be built out in about 10 to 20 years. You know, and I would like for people to join. Join the movement. Join the community. Healthy discussion. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure of it. Once again, subscribe to the channel. Because America is really looking like Venezuela is headed to Venezuela. And look, I tell people, don't believe me. Don't believe me. Look it up yourself. You don't have to believe me. I was blessed with insight. Look it up yourself. You know? On that note, peace, blessings, love. Subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend to share this video. That's the most important part, because I want people to be aware of what's going on. Mainstream media isn't covering it. They're going to cover everything else but what's really going on. Not over here. We cover what's really going on and nothing else. On that note, peace, blessings, love. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you smash that like button so I can float through the algo. And call someone. Check on them. See what's going on. Because the mental state of the masses is under duress. Peace, blessings, and love.